All right, here we go. So this is a video I've wanted to do for quite a while, and you'll notice there's probably not any other videos on my channel. If there are, they're in private. They were uploaded years ago, and I just kind of pulled them down. Um, it's kind of a hard thing to do. I've always just had problems with hearing myself talk and seeing myself on video, and especially doing something like this, it makes it hard because I have to watch this back and I have to edit later. But this video, I wanted it to just be minimal editing, if any. I'll just add the background music so that this isn't as awkward. It's just me talking to a camera with no other audio at all. But I want to do it that way because I want it to be open and honest and just face value. I don't want to hide behind editing or anything else. I just want to have a nice, open, normal talk. And what I'm hoping is that down the road here soon, or, granted things go well here soon, or even within the next few years, I want to be able to go back and watch this video and say, like, yeah, you finally ripped off the band-aid and you finally uploaded this thing that you've been wanting to do for a while. And that other people who are visiting my channel at that point can start at this point and see this and just kind of see where it all started. I'm going to go into that with the idea of, hey, if I just do this now and I just keep to it, it's going to amount to what I want it to. It's going to get somewhere at some point. But it definitely starts with this. And if you have any dreams or desires of doing something that you've just been too shy or too anxious, or just, you didn't have the energy, or you tell yourself you don't have the energy to do it, this is just me telling you just to do it. This is something, like I said, I've been wanting to do this. I wanted to do content, and I want this and my everyday life and my work to kind of cross over. I want to be able to do this and, do what I want to do for work and do what I want to do for a living, and also be able to make content on said thing and kind of have it be that cycle of they feed each other, and so I consistently can keep myself motivated and be doing what I want to do. And like I said, I just wanted it to start with just sitting down and having an honest talk with myself, really, and then with anyone who might be watching this and now, and someone who needs to hear it, and then years down the road, if somebody stumbles upon my channel and they come back to the first video or make their way here just to see where everything started. And yeah, it's September 19th, 2025. I'm in a weird spot right now. I just very, very unexpectedly, out of nowhere today, earlier today, lost my job. That has never happened to me before. I've never been in this. Even during COVID, I had my job through that. I was blessed enough to have that. So this is brand new territory for me. I've never been in this scenario before. I don't think I'll struggle to find something, but there's always that part, especially with the economy and job market just having been declining for the last like 5+ years at this point. Things just getting harder to get a hold of and do. There's always that little worry, but I'm going to have trust that this is how things are supposed to pan out, and that this suddenly happened out of nowhere for a reason. I'm going to trust that this is a kind of the universe or God or whatever kind of intervening and forcefully resetting my path and putting me on the right path. I'm going to trust that this is happening because it needs to lead me elsewhere. And I kind of want you to be able to feel that way too. If you're struggling with something right now, something unexpected, you're going through something really bad that you feel is kind of the end of the world and it feels that way, I just want you to have trust in yourself that you'll make the right decisions and you'll do the best you can, and that at the end of the day, it's all for something. There's a reason for it. Whether it's, whether you believe in cosmic things or God or karma or just the universe and energy, whatever it is, whether you believe in it or not, I just want you to trust that there is something that leads everybody to where they need to be, and things do pan out how they're supposed to. It's especially hard to believe that when you're in the middle of going through those things. It's really hard from the inside to see it and to believe it, even because it really does feel like a huge change and like the world is ending in a sense for you. And I just want you to stay strong, because we all deserve to be able to stay strong and get through that and do our best. and try to just recover from whatever it may be. I'm saying a lot because this is just the first time in years I really just sat down in front of a camera or just actually done anything with content or anything relating to it, recording myself or whatever it may be. So I'm just trying to kind of get through it, and like I said earlier, I didn't script this. I didn't do anything. I'm sitting here now, and I just want to have a free-flowing conversation to the camera, and hopefully with people in the comments who are feeling kind of the same way, and people who find some comfort maybe in something I'm saying or feel a sense of relatability, just want to vent or talk about it. So I really hope that this does find the right people. But as of the title of this video, what I think I'm going to title it is Who Am I? One, because it's me introducing myself to the world of YouTube and to you guys who don't know who I am, but also because it is a very important question that I find myself, especially during this time now, asking myself, and that I feel we all need to ask ourselves pretty consistently to truly stay in tune with things. I've been not miserable, but I haven't been happy for a while, in terms of I feel like I'm just not doing the things I want to do, and a lot of it is me telling myself I don't know how to. I don't know how to begin. I don't know what I need to do to make things line up. I don't know what I need to do for this or that. And it's just kind of a weird spot for me to try to get those things figured out, especially with no guidance and kind of just jumping into it, trying to figure it out. That's kind of what I found myself struggling with. As I'm not necessarily working dead-end jobs, it's just either I didn't get promoted because I well-deserved and was skipped over, or something circumstantial happened, or it was just something that I thought I could see myself doing, and then I found that I just didn't want to do that, and that it wasn't for me. And I don't think anybody's wrong for that. I think, you can't have some crazy expectations right out the gate of just, I'm going to be super successful and make a lot of money for doing nothing. Absolutely not. But at the same time, I think you do have to set a standard for yourself to an extent. Not that, anybody's above a certain job or anything. It's not even about that. It's just who you are as a person and what you want to do and what helps you and maybe fulfills you. And that's going to take time, whatever it is. But I do think that just forcing yourself through jobs that you're going to hate is not always the best option. Now, if it's all you can do and that's what you have to do 100%, don't just hold off and just simply not do anything. But at the same time, try to find things that you do feel you could be happier doing and that you feel you deserve, and go for them. If you're hesitant on, I don't know if I'm even eligible for this job or whatever, give it a shot. You might find a place that, if it's something you don't have experience in but you want to do, that maybe they're willing to train you, or maybe they're willing to help out. I know it's a lot more rare these days that that's a thing. Typically, a lot of employers just want you to have a bunch of college degrees under your belt, and they want you to have 1 million hours of experience, whatever it may be, but still give it a whirl. It's just good to try. But kind of circling back to the who am I, my name's Ryan. I live in the middle of the US. There's not a lot here, but I feel like there's more opportunity than I credit this place for and myself for, and I think I just need to figure out those things. In general, I'm looking to do content. I'm very open to different styles, and I just want to see what works and see what I enjoy doing the most. And I think a lot of what I'm wanting to do is getting into gunsmithing and just content like that. In general, promoting firearm safety and knowledge to people who are getting new. I'm new to it myself, so kind of creating a community for people who are newer and a little more nervous about getting into this industry and this realm. I definitely want to do something like that and kind of create that type of community and be able to do custom work for people and be able to do my own work and open up a range at some point locally, stuff like that. Gaming, of course, with my buddies and with my community and stuff. I'd gladly do gaming content, maybe even music breakdowns or reactions. I do come from a music background previously. So something that I thought about doing, but I'm not as prominently into anymore. It has fallen to the wayside, but I would definitely be open to it if there was a market for that, of people who are interested in having those kinds of conversations and dissecting music and stuff like that. So there's definitely a variety of things I could be doing, and I just need to push myself to finally rip the band-aid off and do it, and that's what this is. That's what this video is me finally saying enough of saying maybe some night I'll record this, maybe some night I'll start. I just got to do it now and just put it out there. I need to stop worrying about, I don't like my voice. I don't like how I look. My setup isn't crazy bougie. I need to stop worrying about those things. I need to stop worrying if other people don't like how I look or how I sound. You're going to find that. You're going to run into it, whatever. I'm just kind of viewing me losing my job today as just a reset, a forced reset by the hand of something above myself saying, hey, you need to step back, and we're putting you on a different path, the correct one. That's kind of the way I see it, because this was a place where I was ready to try to dig my heels in and move up and spend a lot of time, and I'm choosing to believe that maybe I just wasn't supposed to, and this was the world's way of intervening ahead of time and forcing me to just do this, because my wife and I were talking about it literally last night of like, what do we really want to do, and who are we, what does our future look like? What do we want to focus on? And we kind of both came to the conclusion that our jobs and everything could be far worse, but we do feel burnt out a lot of the time. We're unhappy a lot of the time with work, not with each other, but sometimes it does bleed into the household because we're just so worn out and stressed. And so I don't find it to be a coincidence that the day after we were talking about those exact things, I out of nowhere get pulled out of my job that I was not expecting to lose. It's never happened, like I said. It's just such a weird experience to me. And it doesn't really make a lot of sense as to why and how it happened. But, there's no use in dwelling on it. It is what it is. It's where I'm at. And I just need to pick up and figure something out. So that's what I'm doing. And I just wanted to record this and just maybe find some people out there who are going through something like this or have just a safe place for people to be able to be themselves and talk to each other, and just be able to relate. And hopefully this video is where I can start building my community and my group of people, and that I can hopefully be somebody who can deliver something that helps you get through your day and helps you do that thing that you've been wanting to do, that you've been talking yourself out of, or that other people have been trying to tell you. And I'm not saying do anything drastic. Don't make some crazy jump of like, you know what, I'm just going to quit my job and hope for the best. Don't do that. That's a terrible idea. I would not choose to be in the situation I'm in terms of not having my job. I wouldn't choose this. And I didn't choose to be in that situation. I'm going to take it and do the best I can with it, of course. But it's not like I would have just up and quit my job and hoped for the best, obviously. And I know this video is going to be a little bit longer, and that's what I want it to be. I do want to present it as like, hey, this is just this honest, open human being who's trying to come from a good place. And I try to believe that I'm a good person. I don't try to do bad things. I don't try to hurt other people. And so I want to put this out there in hopes that because of those things, I'll be able to find like-minded people and people who are also that way. And just because I try my best not to put a bunch of horrible things out into the universe, that the universe will give me something nice. And that it just starts with something like this, taking that first step and just doing it. I know when I'm putting this together, granted, like I said, I'm probably just going to take this footage and straight upload it. I'm probably not even going to throw it into an editor. If I do, it's going to be to put the background music, if there is some playing. I'm going to hate hearing myself. I'm going to hate seeing myself. I know that, and I just have to rip that Band-Aid off and just click upload. And I hope that by doing that, I'm starting a new journey for myself and for other people who can have a life-changing experience. I really hope because of me or because of the community, or both. I really would love to be able to do that for people, because I have had people do that for me. I've had life-changing experiences from people and what they do in their communities. And it really did help me get through a lot of really bad times before this, and it's helping me get through it now. even. So I'm really hoping I can be that for somebody else, at least one other person. If that's what I can do, I feel like I could be happy with that. This video might not reach anybody, but I'm putting this out there in hopes that a few years from now I can go back to this video, have a lot of views, because my community that I built by that time went back and started with this video and got to see this, and we can all look back on these things together and what we built and what we've done. And I'm going to push for that, and I'm going to do my best to be able to do that and to be that. And that's, at the end of the day, that's what you got to do. You have to intend to just do well as best as you can, even if it's not perfect, even if you fail multiple times or you struggle with it. As long as you go into it saying you're gonna try, and you do, even if it's a little bit more every day, just do it. I don't know who needs to hear any of that, and I don't know if anybody's, one, gonna see this, or two, if they're even gonna stick around this far. And I truly hope you did. And if you have stuck with me this far in this just kind of linear rant that I didn't really plan out, I do appreciate it, and I really hope that even this helped you a tiny bit. I know that it'll take time to get to that point where I'm consistently here and consistently can be a source of some sort of entertainment and or security of, hey, I'm not the only one that's been through these things, I'm not the only one that feels these things. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just something, like I said, that I've wanted to do, and I just have held off for so long and just talked myself out of it, or just, I'm too tired, I don't want to do it, or you're just gonna have to look at yourself and you're not gonna like it, or whatever it might be. And this is me just ripping that band-aid off, and I hope you can do that with whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish or do. Even if it's a tiny step, I do hope that you can do that in hearing this. And yeah, I don't know what the future looks like for myself, for this community that I'm hoping to build, for what I am going to do. Just in general, I don't know what the future holds. None of us ever can, and I just hope that this is the beginning of something good for the future. And I know I'm kind of repeating myself or just rewording things, but I really want to reassure myself by saying these things, as well as reassure anybody else who's stuck with me this long and who's feeling this way. And going through anything remotely like this. So I really do hope that this is worth doing. It is kind of a little self-therapy for me, just to kind of process what happened today and what I'm dealing with and who I am. Again, that's what the video kind of is. And this is me trying to be as open and honest and showing myself. Is not necessarily talking about me and what I want to do necessarily. I covered that, but that's not what I want to focus on. That's why I'm not focusing on it, because who I am, I just want to present it by just telling you that I want to be able to be a safe place. I want to be somebody who can, read the comments and hear my community and be able to talk to them and help them. And that we can all share with each other and be able to build something beautiful and something successful together. That is my hope, and that is just me, as honestly as it gets, is just me rambling like this and saying these things, because these are the truth. That's why I didn't want to write this. I didn't want to script it. I didn't want to edit it. I want it to be authentic. I just didn't want it to be any cut down, altered version of myself or what I feel or what I have to say. It's just a raw rambling. And if that's, if you're looking to do content and this inspires you to start doing that, your first video can be like this, and you can gladly link me to it in the comments, and I'll be one of your first views, likes, subscribers. I will gladly do that, anything like that. And I do hope that this does amount to something special for myself and for everybody. I think this is becoming a little too repetitive. I think that I am kind of just rewording a lot of what I've been saying. So I think it's probably around time I end it. But I do look forward to doing more content, and I'm hoping to be uploading something else here within the next few days max. I'll of course be doing interviews and job searching for the most part, but I'm going to try to finally, since I'll have some time for it, finally jump on doing content and force myself to just start. So that is the plan. I am hoping to upload some gaming related stuff here, probably first because that's what I have the most access to. I have a pretty solid gaming PC. I've got my camera, a little bit of lighting, and I've got plenty of games I could work with. I think I'll start there because that is just what I have the most of. I don't have a lot of money just to throw at things right now, especially considering I'm going to be looking for a job. I want to make sure I'm stable and everything's back to good before I even consider money on anything else for content. So I'll probably start there, maybe do some Twitch streaming again like I was doing with my buddies, see what we can do there. But I really, really appreciate you sticking to the end if you did stay here and you watched all of this. If you did, please just leave a like, subscribe. It is really going to help, and it's going to be the beginning of this journey, and you starting that is truly going to be special to me. It's going to be appreciated to me. If you really break it down, I don't have a lot of followers right now, clearly because I haven't done a lot of content. I don't have a lot of subscribers or followers or anything like that on any of my platforms, just in general. But if you look at it, I mean, all it takes is one at a time to get to 1,000 to 10,000 to 50,000 to 1,000,000. I mean, every milestone, it's one at a time. So every single one genuinely does get me closer. And I hope to be there to be able to return the favor to. If you do, leave a like, you subscribe, you comment, let me know. I will go to your channel, especially if you are up and coming or if you're just starting or about to start. Let me know. Please tell me. I will absolutely visit, and I will be a part of that as well. Other than that, I appreciate it. Sorry if I just hit my mic. I think I went the whole video without doing it until now. But thank you. If you have anything you'd like to talk about or any way you feel that you just need to put out there, please don't hesitate to leave that in the comments as well. But other than that, have a great rest of your morning, day, evening, whatever time it is, wherever you're at. I hope things are going well, and I hope they continue to do so. Thank you.